Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more Pokemon Blaze Black 2. Last time we began our conquest of the final route on the main adventure, Route 23. And this time we are basically going to be continuing that conquest as much as we can. So we are going to be heading this way, and it's kind of freaky. This is episode 105 of Blaze Black 2, which is a little odd for me because the last Pokemon LP I did, which was Pokemon Liquid Crystal, was 105 episodes long in total. So it's kind of freaky knowing that after doing that huge project, we are already on our way to doing a project that's even huger, and I'm certain we honest to truly surpassed that a while ago because I just checked my in-game playtime, and we are definitely going to be hitting 80 hours of playtime in this episode, which is absolutely insane. I think we can probably chalk most of that up to the mass catching episodes, because unlike Liquid Crystal, I am going for a full dex in this project, which honestly, now I probably wouldn't have done this if I was starting the project now, but oh how naive I was back then when we started this project 8 months ago. So I guess that's my problem now. I checked, we have, I want to say, 224 Pokemon to catch. And I was thinking, oh well, these endgame routes, they're going to be great, they're going to give us a lot of Pokemon we need. No. I just checked. There is, as far as I can tell, exactly one Pokemon that we can encounter on this route that we do not yet have. Which is a little freaky, actually. I'm really hoping we're not going to get to the end and find out we have to evolve like 150 Pokemon. Because that would suck, to put it bluntly enough. If you climb the stairs, you'll reach the badge check gates. Victory Road, lies right before you. But we do have a bit more exploration to do, because over here there is a nice little nook of the route that is completely optional. There is a lot of optional stuff on this route, and I'll be honest, I really like that. I like optional stuff hiding around in routes. It's also worth noting that the one Pokemon on this route that we do not yet have only appears in Doubles Grass, which means we might not be seeing it quite yet. And it's also worth noting that pretty much every wild encounter that's not in the Doubles Grass will be for certain cut out. Anyway, we've got a trainer hiding back here very cleverly, actually. So let's get into a bit of a battle here. Alrighty, I think this is the second battle of this video. I'd like to complete our conquest of this route this episode if possible. And I'm pretty sure that's doable, because there's just this little nook hiding back here, and then some other extra stuff, and then I think that's it for this route. So if you really don't feel like exploring anything, the second half of this route is incredibly short, because you basically just have to fight one trainer and then you're at the end. So pretty much everything I'm going to be showing in this video is optional. Of course, a lot of the stuff I show in my videos is optional. I'm just a really hardcore find everything kind of guy, so that's the way we do things on this channel. Alrighty, up next is Electivire. I am going to switch in Lucario for this, because Lucario is in danger of not being the highest leveled member of the team right now. Which is a little freaky, actually. I cannot remember the last time that happened. Anyway, we've got Electivire coming out right here. And I gotta say, Electivire is like Generation 4 hype incarnate. I remember when Gary showed up in the anime with an Electivire before Diamond and Pearl were out, and it was the most amazing thing ever. Like, man, I'm really hoping Sun and Moon will be able to replicate the hype season going into Diamond and Pearl, because I feel like, regardless of what anyone feels about the games, the hype season leading up to Diamond and Pearl, oh man, that was serious, serious stuff. Oh, I am so glad to be in new Pokemon game hype season already, and this thing's faster than me? What? Okay. I'm really glad that we are in hype season for a new game, because I've honestly missed it a lot. So I'm really hoping that Nintendo doesn't wait until E3 or something crazy like that to start doing the information blowouts, although I think by the time this episode comes out, Koro Koro will have released for the month of April, which is kind of crazy because at the time of recording, that's over 2 weeks away from right now, so I have to wonder what's actually going to get revealed, although I have a feeling we're not going to get an opportunity to talk about that in the series until maybe even the post-game. It depends on how much pre-recording I get done. I feel pretty comfortable pre-recording a lot in this series, though, because I feel like I am familiar enough with this game that I really don't have to worry about making critical mistakes that will get pointed out in the comments, because I know that's why a lot of people are hesitant to pre-record stuff, is because they're afraid they're going to do something in the game that people will be giving them hell for in the comments for videos upon videos because everything's pre-recorded. But I feel like I'm happy with the way I play this game, and if there is anything majorly wrong I'm doing while playing it, I'm probably just gonna ignore you because that's just how I play the game. The next LP, I don't know exactly how that's gonna go. It's gonna be a bit interesting, but for right now, that's my thoughts on that. Anyway, right here, we have a black belt. Let's fight. Basically the most generic Pokemon phrase ever out there. And here we have Scrafty, which is an interesting Pokemon. I find it odd how they literally made a hoodlum Pokemon. At least I think that's the word for it. I mean, it has a hood. I'm not well versed in my Urban Dictionary terminology, which I guess I could probably count as a personal strength of mine. And of course it brings down Victini, which is a little unfortunate right here. Let's bring in Garchomp. Never hurt anybody. Well, actually it did. That's basically its job. I like the fact that I can just send in Garchomp and be reasonably confident that it's going to absolutely destroy the opponent. Considering Garchomp actually replaced Servine on our team, I feel like Garchomp has served us a lot better. Alright, we have Kabutops coming out next. I think I want to send in Magnezone for this. We just have to hope it doesn't have Earthquake, which, come to think of it, it probably does. But I mean, it's worth a shot, right? And man, I am not... Oh wow, we're actually faster than this thing. Mind blown. But yeah, looking at Kabutops makes me a bit nervous for the very, very end of the project, because the fossils are a certain subset of Pokemon that we cannot get the evolved forms of without actually evolving, which has the potential to become incredibly tedious in large numbers, so I really hope there aren't too many Pokemon like that. Right here, HP up, very nice to grab. And I think that's it for this little portion of the route. We have to do a bit of backtracking now through this area. Alright, I know this is going to be nothing of importance, but I'm going to check it anyway. Surprisingly enough, it was not an Audino, it was actually a Gliscor, but we already own one, so, and wow, that is a really well hidden item. You see it up there? In the upper right corner of the screen? Yeah, that's impressive. I am impressed with that game. I would not have spotted this. And we get a repeat ball, which is really not that great of a reward, if we're going to be perfectly honest with ourselves. But anyway, I think where we want to go next is this way. Let's see, is there anything of importance over this way? There is a trainer. Is there an item over here? There is. Or not. Couple of Dragon Claws brought that thing down, no big deal. Let's see, I think there's something over here for us. Actually, that goes quite a bit further, so I'm going to fight these two trainers first. Just because I don't want to forget about them being here. Hey there, future champion. Aha, I see. I like your attitude. I mean, there's no doubt that we are going to become the champion at some point. I mean, that's basically how this game works. But it's still fun seeing people acknowledge the fact that we are the most powerful in all of Unova, as Hugh put it. Anyway, we have Gigalith right here, which I think Dragon Claw is probably my best bet right here. And it's exploding. Okay, hopefully that doesn't hurt too much. Alright, cross your fingers we survived this. Okay, we did. Very nice. And Garchomp gets level, 69. Make all the jokes you want. Up next we have Aggron, which would have been a good match for one of these two, but unfortunately they are both unconscious. Although I think Gastrodon is probably our next best bet, so let's try that one. Alrighty, it looks like Gastrodon is well on its way to actually being the highest leveled member of our team, which is really funny actually, considering Gastrodon is practically an HM slave at this point. Although, honestly, Surf is not a terrible move. A lot of people like to give Surf heck because it's an HM, but honestly, it's a legitimately okay move. It's a 90 power water move. Like, that's good. Alrighty, and up next is Tyranitar, which is actually a good match for Gastrodon again. And I think, oh yeah, and we are also immune to Sandstream with Gastrodon, which is awesome. I think Surf is probably our best bet again because we get Stab, and it is weak to this move. And yet it still survived. That's awkward. Alrighty, I think one more Surf will definitely do this thing in. We are seeing a lot of powerful Pokemon right here. It's kind of freaky, actually. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but yeah. Oh, we got 2016 money. Very nice. I think this is the way we came from. Is there anything over here? Aha, there is. There is a strength puzzle hiding right here. But I'm going to sneak over here and fight this person first. Challenging the Pokemon League, huh? It's no wonder you might feel a bit nervous, but you've just got to believe in your Pokemon and do it. Nice words to live by. Alrighty. Alakazam, wow, that is quite the powerful psychic type right there. In fact, I believe this was single-handedly the best Pokemon that you could get in Generation 1. Probably a good thing they locked it behind a trade, because if everyone was just running around with an Alakazam, it would be something to be feared, and even today I think it is something worth fearing. Up next we have Leafeon, which is an interesting one. I'm going to send in Mandibuzz because Mandibuzz is a little bit lower leveled, and I'm pretty sure we can take out a Leafeon with it. Alrighty, I'm half expecting a Solar Beam. We're going to try Fly. And we're asleep. That's very frustrating, actually. Alright, let's see if we can pull off an amazing awakening right here. Oh wow, we actually woke up the very next turn. That is awesome. And this should bring it down. Leafeon is not very defensive at all, and it survives? What? Alright, I guess we'll try a Dark Pulse right here. Hopefully that'll be enough to bring it down. I think it is. There we go. And last up is Mismagius, which is actually another good matchup for Mandibuzz. Are we faster? We're actually not. It's interesting. Mandibuzz is a little bit slower than I originally thought it was. Although I suppose we could make up for that by it taking a few hits that I didn't really expect it to in the past. Like this one, maybe, hopefully, please, cross your fingers. No. Dang it. Oh well, looks like it's down to Garchomp again. This is embarrassing. I might have to run back and heal in the middle of the route. Of course, it is Route 23. It has a bit of a reputation it needs to uphold. Although I suppose I do have a Gastrodon grew to level 72. It is officially the highest leveled member of our team. I suppose I do have a little bit of a grievance with Route 23. You might notice, even though this is the highest numbered route in the region, it is not the 23rd route, it's actually the 22nd. Because Route 10 was actually cut from Black and White 2. And we cannot progress further beyond this point. Yeah, Route 10 was cut from Black and White 2, which is really disappointing because it had amazing music. So, a little bit of a tragedy right there. We actually miss out on some really nice music. For the time being, there is actually an opportunity to hear said music later on in this game, but it's really out of the way, and I feel like a lot of people miss it. Anyway, proceeding down this way, there is an item for us. A calcium, very nice. Although I feel like all of my Pokemon have full effort values by this point, so it's probably going to be worth my time to just sell all of that. Anyway, hopping down here, we actually have access to this little portion of the route. Such as this spot, which is another part of the strength puzzle. I think what we want to do is push that way, and then come around here and surf across. I will say this strength puzzle is pretty involved. Also, what's over this way that it's picking up? Aha, it's that right there. We can grab that now. It is a yellow shard. Very nice. They hide a lot of really good stuff around in this game. Anyway, we can now come up here and hop this ledge and push this up like that. And then we actually have to go all the way around again, back to the other side. Yeah, this strength puzzle is pretty involved. Head right over to the other side, and then push this back over like that, and then up, finally. And then we can push this boulder that way, which is very nice. Alright, what do we want to do next? I don't want to mess this up, but I think we want to push this one... Can we come around this way? We cannot. That way, maybe? Okay, I think we want to come at that one from the other side. How do we do that, actually? Can we do that? I'm sure we must be able to. Yeah, we totally can. Right here. Derp. Right here, we get a full heal, which is definitely a good item. We can push that there, and then come down this way and push this rock all the way down, like that, and then this last rock, we just have to push this way, and it should open up this path this way, which is very nice. Ay. Okay, so it put me to sleep and then started charging up a solar beam, and I basically said forget it and then ran from the fight. So let's come down here and grab one of our 10 awakenings. Something tells me we've been carrying these things around for the entire LP so far, so we might as well use one. Bring our dowsing machine back up, and I think there's another one right here. I'm probably just going to run from this. Oh no, it's actually a green shard. Cool. And then I think this way right here actually loops back to where we entered this little nook of the route, so we just want to head back this way. Man, these wild Pokemon are absolutely relentless. If I can get a sentence out, my word. Anyway, we can now come up this way, and I'm just going to ignore that shaking grass and fight you. Oh, a person. I haven't met another person in so long. You're a trainer, aren't you? Then let's battle. Man, I feel bad for this girl grinding up levels against wild Pokemon. That is the very definition of tedium. I should know, because I'm pretty sure episode 14 of this series was basically doing exactly that. Alright, let's try Slash right here. Haven't used it in a while, but I think Dragon is not very effective on fire. You know what, might as well try it. Oh no, it's normal effective. Yeah, this is why I would never be good at competitive battling, because I can't remember the type chart to save my life. Okay, we have Machamp coming out next, which would have been good for Mandibuzz, except Mandibuzz is knocked out at the moment. Well, let's just try Dragon Claw again. I mean, it can't hurt, right? Wow, critical hit. I am very impressed by that display of power. Okay. I don't think there's anything... Wait, is this an item? It is! TM50 Overheat. Very, very cleverly hidden right there. Might be worth teaching Victini. Not entirely sure about that, though. And up here, we have a PP up. Very nice. Now, I think that's practically everything on the route. But there is this one bridge right here, so let's see what's on the other side of it. Aha, dark grass. Now, there's an item. Very nice. TM12 Taunt. And you know what? Since there's just one Pokemon we need to find on this route, and we haven't caught anything this video, I'm just gonna look for it now. Yeah, that was incredibly quick. This was the second fight. Here we have Braviary, which is basically the male counterpart to Mandibuzz, which is also found on this route, interestingly enough. So we're just gonna paralyze that Braviary and hopefully one-shot the Mienshao right there. Normally I would have saved catching this thing for a mass catching session, but it was so easy to get to show up. I mean, there's a clock on screen right there. That was probably less than a minute of cut. Oh boy, Skydrop. This is gonna be fun. There is a bit of a glitch with Skydrop in the game that I guess I can mention. It's a little weird. Basically what happens is if you use gravity during Skydrop... Oh, of course. If you use gravity while Skydrop is in effect, it will cause a bit of an odd, like, game sticking paralysis phenomenon. I don't know how to describe it, but it basically makes the game get stuck, which is kind of funny. Anyway, we have False Swipe, so might as well use it on that Braviary, and Strength will hopefully bring down that Mienshao. I really don't want to lose right here. That would be quite embarrassing. Anyway, we're going to False Swipe that, and please don't be aiming for Gastrodon. Ooh boy. Okay, we actually survived that. That's not too terrible. Okay, and Mienshao is finally down, which means we can actually make an attempt on this Braviary. Hopefully it will go easy, because we are actually pretty weak at the moment. Oh boy, did this thing put up a fight. I did have to break out the Hyper Potions and Max Potions, but it wasn't too terrible. For the sake of its friends, this brave warrior of the sky will not stop battling even if injured. Amusingly, it only weighs about 90 pounds, which is funny because it's quite a large Pokemon. But anyway, I think that's the only Pokemon to catch on this route, which is why I felt like I would just catch it now, because it knocks out another thing I'm going to have to do later, which is nice. Anyway, what we can do now is head around this way, and I'm pretty sure that concludes our exploration of this route, so we can hop down here, and just in case the unthinkable happens, I'm gonna run back and heal, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back, just in time to end off the video, yeah. I am going to be stopping it right here because the next few videos are going to be spent tackling easily the biggest dungeon in the game, so I think it's probably good that we split it right here at the end of Route 23. So, This past episode of Pokemon Blaze Black 2, we explored the entire rest of Route 23, and next time, we are going to be ascending the stairs to the Badge Check Gate. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Actually, real quick before we actually end the video, I forgot to mention that there is a hidden grotto right here, so you're probably going to want to come in here and check it out. And there's actually a Pokemon here. Alright, I guess you guys are getting a little bit of extra video. That's a little bit awkward. This is a Pokemon we already have, however, but it probably has its hidden ability because it is in a hidden grotto, so we are going to catch it just because. There we go, Zangoose was caught. Just to point out that this hidden grotto is here. I don't know if there's anything worth catching in this one. I mean, there probably is, but it is right near the end of the game. But, yeah, I'm actually ending the video now. Okay, bye.